Hello student, I Dr. Anjit Telkapalliwar, Department of Chemistry, Dr. Ambedkar College. In previous video, we discussed the practical demonstration of the one of the experiment, that is to determine the viscosity of a given liquid by using Oswald viscometer. In this particular video, we are going to discuss the live demonstration, how that practical demonstration, how to determine the viscosity of a given liquid in laboratory. So there are certain apparatus is required, which is already discussed in the video, that is the density bottle in order to find out the density of water and given liquid, that is ethanol. One of the another apparatus is Oswald viscometer, then stopwatch, then weighing machine is also required, certain beakers, pipette is required. First of all, whenever you perform the experiment, all the apparatus should be clean. It should be washed with the first with chromic acid solution, then with the particular given liquids 2-3 times, and then dry it by using the organic solvent like ether or acetone, so that the whole apparatus is clean and dry. So all the apparatus are already washed and clean and dry in laboratory. I am using this density bottle, and this is the knob. So first of all, part of this experiment is to determine the density of water and given liquid, that is the ethanol. So we are, in order to determine the density of these two liquid, first of all take the density bottle, note down the volume of this density bottle. It is the 25 ml density bottle, and insert this knob here and take the weight. This is the weighing machine. Take the weight and note down the weight as a W1, that is the weight of empty bottle. So it is near about 27.1 gram. Then after that, take this density bottle, insert the distilled water. So this is the distilled water. I am just pipette out the distilled water, then insert it here. So you should be fill completely. So fill the completely this density bottle and insert this knob here and dry it by using this paper. The outer side should be dry. Once it is dry, then take the weight as a W2, means this is the density bottle plus distilled water. So take the weight as a W2, that is the weight of density bottle with distilled water, that is 51.3 gram. This is W2. Then next is take the weight of given solution, given liquid, that is the ethanol. So I just throw it in basin, this distilled water, and I take the another solution liquid, that is the ethanol. So this is the another beaker, ethanol. So I just add here ethanol and just rinse this density bottle 2-3 times with ethanol, throw it and fill this with ethanol solution. So this is the ethanol. This density bottle is filled with ethanol, and then yes, it is filled. Then insert this knob, then dry it properly from outside. Take the weight of density bottle as a W3, that is the weight of density bottle with ethanol, that is W3, and it is 47.3 gram. Okay. So we already taken the three weight, that is W1 weight of density, empty density bottle, then second W2, that is the weight of density bottle with water, and third is W3, that is the weight of density bottle with ethanol. So by using this weight W1, W2, W3, we can easily find out the density of individual liquid, that is water and ethanol, by using the known formula, that is the density is equal to mass per unit volume. You already recorded the volume of density bottle, that is 25 ml, and you can get the weight of water, that is from W2 minus W1, and weight of ethanol by W3 minus W1. So in this way you can find out the density of water and ethanol, which is already discussed in previous video. So this is the part 1 in order to find out the density of the two liquid, water and ethanol. Now we are going to the next part, that is the determination of the viscosity of unknown liquid, that is the ethanol. So this is the Oswald viscometer, already discussed in previous video. It is a U-tube glass which is connected through a small capillary, which is inserted in between the two bulb. This is the upper bulb and this is the lower bulb. In upper bulb there are two marks. This is the upper mark A and this is the lower mark B here. This is the rubber tube which is inserted from another side. So you have to just attach it vertically in the clamp, that is in burette stand. So first of all, clean this apparatus with chromic acid and then water, ethanol, and rinse with the acetone or ether solution. So after attaching in the burette stand, fill the water, that is the distilled water, by using the pipette. Just pipette out and fill from the other side of this tube. You should fill the water so that this bulb, that is the lower bulb, should be completely filled. So once it is completely filled, you should suck it from the rubber tube up to this upper mark. You suck it, and when lower meniscus come in this mark A and stop the stopwatch, now it is adjusted at 0 now. So I just once again sucking so that the liquid can flow from mark A. Stopwatch when the lower meniscus reaches A, and stop the stopwatch when it is reaches or crosses mark B, that is the lower mark B. So this is the exact volume. We have to note down the flow time when the liquid flow from mark A to B. So it is already crosses from A. Now stopwatch is started already. Now it is reached mark B, and this is the time, which is near about 25-26 seconds. So you wrote down the first reading for water, that is the flow time. Flow time, that is the time flow. So this is the first reading, that is 26 seconds. In this way you should take the 3 reading for water. This is the first reading. Once again suck up to this mark A, and when lower meniscus crosses this upper mark A, start the stopwatch, and when lower meniscus again reach the mark B up this upper bulb, then stop the stopwatch and note down the time. So in this way you take the 3 readings in order to minimize the error, and after taking 3 reading you calculate the mean of this 3 reading and note down as a T1, means time flow for water. Now after taking these 3 readings, you throw out this liquid, that is the water. So completely throw out the water, then rinse it with the ethanol. I just rinse with the ethanol solution. So you should always rinse 2-3 times so that all the water which is previously present should be removed. Again throw it. So in this way you rinse it with the ethanol solution. Now after rinse with the given liquid, that is ethanol, again repeat the same procedure. So this is the here again attach vertically in the burette stand. Again take the ethanol, just rinse the pipette also. Take the unknown liquid ethanol and insert in this lower bulb from this particular side, so that it should be completely filled. So it is filled near about half. Again I am adding this liquid by using the pipette. Yes, it is completely filled now. So once it is filled, again take the same reading, similar way. Again pipette out. Again pipette out the ethanol and start the stopwatch when lower meniscus reach the mark A, that is upper mark. Stopwatch is started when lower meniscus is reaches A. Now it should be stopped when it is reaches mark B, that is the lower mark, upper and lower mark. So this is the mark B. So it is flowing. Stopwatch is started already. And note down the time flow for ethanol. Yes, it is now reaching lower mark B. I stop the stopwatch and take the reading. It is 38 seconds. 38 seconds. Again repeat same. Serve this ethanol solution once again. Start the stopwatch when lower meniscus crosses this mark A, and stop the stopwatch when lower meniscus of this ethanol reaches mark B, that is the lower mark, and note down the time. So in this way you take the 3 readings, and after taking 3 reading, calculate the mean of that reading. So you get the 2 reading, that is the T1. T1 is for the time flow for water, and T2 is the time flow for ethanol. In part 1 you already calculated the density of water D1 and D2. You also calculated that ratio also D2 by D1. So you already know the values of T1, T2, then D1, D2. You should take the literature value of the viscosity of a water at that particular temperature. Note down the room temperature of laboratory and substitute in the formula which is discussed in the previous video and previous presentation. All the values should be put in the observation table, that is D1, D2, D3. Then time flow for water, time flow for ethanol. Substitute it in the formula of relative viscosity, and also substitute for calculation of the viscosity of a unknown liquid, that is the ethanol, and calculate it in calculation portion, and write down the result, the 2 result, that is the relative viscosity and second is the viscosity of ethanol in poise. Unit is the poise. In this way you can easily perform the experiment, that is to determine the viscosity of ethanol or unknown liquid by using Ostwald viscometer in the laboratory. So whenever you come in the laboratory next time, so kindly watch this video so that we can perform easily in the laboratory by maintaining the social distance and by consuming the minimum time.